Hi, and welcome to Rest Stops, short features to encourage you towards greater life balance. My name is Caleb, and here's my dad with today's Rest Stop.
Hi, and welcome to the Rest Stop. Thanks so much for joining this week. Have we reached a point in our lives and careers where our obsession with success, chasing position, power, prestige, or financial milestones has caused us to forget how to actually enjoy life? Are you so focused on saving 11 times your annual salary or hitting some arbitrary financial target that you've stopped spending money or time enjoying the here and the now? Are you working yourself to exhaustion in hopes of retiring by 45, but missing the joy that's meant for today? What does it profit a man to gain the whole world and forfeit his soul? You know, I respect Dave Ramsey and deeply admire how he's helped millions find financial peace and freedom. I follow many of his principles, which are rooted in Scripture, and agree wholeheartedly with his steps for getting out of debt and achieving financial freedom. If you're drowning in debt, living paycheck to paycheck, and have no budget, those baby steps are essential. Yes, it may require austere sacrifices, rice and beans and rice for a season. But where I part ways just slightly is in how we sometimes become so fixated on building wealth for the future that we forget to live in the present. I don't want to get caught up in what Scripture calls the fool's journey, chasing financial wealth while neglecting spiritual wealth. Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth where moth and rust destroy and where thieves break in and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. My ultimate goal isn't to retire comfortably. It's to one day hear Jesus say, "Well done, good and faithful servant." That journey doesn't begin at retirement. It's a lifelong walk we live out daily, here and now. His master said to him, "Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your master." I love hearing the inspiring "we're debt-free" stories. The discipline and sacrifice are admirable. But I also think it's worth asking, what if we never got into that mess in the first place by following biblical principles like contentment, stewardship, and avoiding greed? Keep your life free from love of money and be content with what you have. For he has said, "I will never leave you nor forsake you." And better is a little with the fear of the Lord than great treasure and trouble with it. Let's shift our focus for a moment to today's unhealthy mindset about work. It seems like we live in one of two extremes. Some people try to avoid work entirely or do as little as possible. Others work themselves to exhaustion, always on call, burning out and sacrificing their health, families, and relationships at the altar of productivity. Both are distortions of God's design. When work becomes an idol, we lose perspective. You cannot serve God and money. Do we have something to prove? And if so, to whom? Is our value really defined how much we produce? Productivity? God calls us to work faithfully and with all diligence, but His expectation is faithfulness, not performance. Whatever you do, work heartily as for the Lord and not for men. If we adopt society's all-seeing judgment that measures worth only through productivity, we trap ourselves in a cage of anxiety and misplaced priorities. That's not freedom. That's bondage. Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Instead, let's shift to God's model. Yes, work diligently and wholeheartedly in all you do as unto the Lord, but recognize that it is He who gives us significance, satisfaction, and security, not our job titles, salaries, or net worth. Unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. If you're in leadership, maybe it's time to model something radical. Encourage your team to organize work around life rather than organizing life around work. What if life, not labor, became the driving force? Jesus says, "The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly." Now don't misunderstand me. I believe in hard work and a strong work ethic. I'm not promoting quiet quitting or laziness, but I do believe we need to make some intentional adjustments so that we can truly live with balance and enjoy the freedom God designed for us instead of staying trapped in a cage of our own making. So if the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed. Beginning Monday, join me for a devotional series, From Labor to Life, a 7-day journey to freedom and faithfulness.